It's not particularly pleasant.
That's the porter being sick, sir. I had to get him to have another look at the body to identify it.
There's some brandy in the other room.
It was not pretty, that. Tell me all about it, Chief Inspector.
The flat belongs to a Mrs. Albert Chapman. Can't tell you much about her, really. Pays her bills, fond of a game of bridge, keeps herself to herself, more or less.
The neighbours say they've hardly ever seen her, in fact. And Mr. Chapman's a commercial traveller, apparently, so he spends most of his time away from home.
And Mademoiselle Sainsbury?
She came here on the evening of our interview with her, about 7:15. The porter's wife was cleaning up here and saw her arrive. She'd been here once before, the porter says. No, one thing's for certain. Sylvia Chapman, or Sylvia's friends, murdered the lady, put her in the box and made off.
But why was the face so battered?
Sheer vindictiveness, maybe. Or it may have been with the idea of concealing the woman's identity. I don't know. No fingerprints anywhere as far as we can see.
You mean every fingerprint in the apartment was removed after the murder?
That's about the size of it.
Something worrying you, Poirot?
Yes. Yes, I'm very seriously worried. There is here, you see, an insoluble problem.
One patent leather shoe, complete with buckle. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All the same, I do not understand. Some bills belonging to Madame Chapman. Some old theater programs. A leaflet about the Zanana missions.
Well, you can guess who brought that here.
Nothing much of interest in the address book either, sir.
No, so I see. Hairdressers, dressmakers, dentist, Morley, 168 Harley Street.
Not so strange if she was a friend of the Sainsbury Seal woman.
Pardon.
Poirot? What brings you here?
Tell me, if you please, did your brother ever mention to you in particular a Mademoiselle Sainsbury or a Madame Chapman?
No. No, I don't think so.
I managed to make this before they took everything this morning.
Oh, thank you, Agnes.
Would you like a cup, sir?
Not for me, Agnes. Thank you very much.
Agnes is coming with me to the country. She's becoming quite a good little cook, so she'll be able to do everything for me.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
For asking.
Yeah.
But does anyone know anything more about the master's death, sir?
Nothing fresh has come to light, Agnes.
They're still quite sure he shot himself because he'd made a mistake with that drug.
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I only...
Agnes!
I just want to be sure, sir.
Agnes!
No time, Poirot. We found Mr. and Mrs. Albert Chapman.
Where?
They booked him to the Montague Hotel this morning.
The Montague Hotel, Bloomsbury.
That's right.
It is odd, is it not, that being on the run after murdering Mademoiselle Sainsbury Seal, that they have not run further?
You never can tell with a criminal mind, Poirot.
Open up!
Who is it?
Police!
Police?
Just open the door, Mr. Chapman.
Here!
All right, there's no need for anyone to get hurt. You are Mr. Albert Chapman?
Yes?
And this is Mrs. Chapman?
Yes? What's the meaning of this?
I'll ask the question, sir. Do you live at number 45 Litchfield Court in Battersea
No.
in the county... What do you mean, no?
Well, we don't. Do we, Beryl?
Beryl?
What's wrong with Beryl?
We happen to know that your name is Sylvia, Mrs. Chapman.
What are you talking about?
We live in Budley Salterton. Not this Litchfield place.
You have proof of that, I suppose?
Well, no. Yes, I have.
Watch him, Beddoes. What's this?
Our wedding lines, if you must know.
We were married this morning.
I swear by Almighty God that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You are Mr. John Leatheran,
Yes, sir?
and you are a dentist.
Yes, sir. I've taken over the dental practice of the late Mr. Henry Morley at 168 Harley Street.
I see. You were recently called to examine the body of the deceased for purposes of identification. Were you not?
I was, sir. The police believe the body to be that of Miss Maybelle Sainsbury Seal, who was a patient of Mr. Morley's.
I see. You've inherited, as it were, the late Mr. Morley's patients.
That's right, sir.
And, of course, their dental records.
Quite.
And could you identify the body from these records?
I could, sir. It was not Miss Sainsbury Seal. It was Mrs. Sylvia Chapman, another patient of Mr. Morley's.
The fair Mabel put one over on us good and proper. I wouldn't have thought she was capable of murder, but that's what it looks like now. Sylvia didn't murder Mabel. Mabel murdered Sylvia.
Perhaps.
It crossed my mind that Morley might have been killed so he couldn't identify the body.
But as you have just heard, Chief Inspector, the records would still have existed.
That's right. Anyway, I'm going back to work.
Oh, Chief Inspector, this morning I received a letter from Monsieur Blunt. He has invited me to his house in the country. He may have a commission for me.
Well, you always did move in exalted circles, Poirot.
Helen isn't dining with us tonight?
I suggested